Happy fall, everybody.
Happy fall. Hi, Peggy.
Hi, Peggy. Hi, Beth Cat.
All the leaves are falling here.
The leaves are falling over there, and I'm over here praying for rain.
They look like rain. They're just coming down.
We're starting to get some turning here, and we had so much rain this summer. I think that it'll probably be a good year for leaves. We'll kill some time with while everybody's coming in with kitty treat time, temptation. There you go, Lucy.
Our mushrooms have been going crazy because of the water.
You're getting a lot of mushrooms?
Everywhere.
Thank you, Mara.
I should try to do a live this week, but I haven't been watching much news. So I guess I should ask you, Jenny and Johnie, like, what should I do another Grand Tableau on? Because I've done one on Gozar. Oh, crap, I don't have my notebook down here.
Make a poll and put it in your community post.
I can do a poll on it?
Let people vote on it and see what they want to see.
Okay.
So it's going to be a bad year for mice. Lucy caught her third one.
Crocodile hunter.
It is going to be a really bad year. And I knew because like the cornfields behind my woods, they had mowed all the brown corn down. And I was like, oh, here we go. And little mice running into my house is over 155 years old. Yeah, there's probably some chinks in the foundation. I've tried to plug them up, but they still get in. You have an old house, you're going to have some mice.
Matt, Peanut's been leaving the side door to the garage open for days, and I was like, you need to shut that door. Oh, it's hot, blah, 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 blah. Well, a little mouse got in, or a rat or something, and it was living in the garage, so I started making fun of Peanut, so he named the rat Louie. So I'm like, that's his pet rat. Now he's got a pet rat in the garage. I was like, oh, God.
So I'm supposed to go live tomorrow morning at, I think it's at 10. Let me see. With Jody Roberts doing sound meditation, sacred sounds of coffee. It's going to be also for manifesting. And I'm going to talk about how I'm always talking about fake it till you make it and how to pull it into a belief. So that's going to be at 10 a.m. Central Time, so 11 Eastern. And I get my eyes checked tomorrow. I haven't had an eye exam. I don't know when. All my contact lenses are expired. My the lenses are old. So I'm getting my eyes checked tomorrow afternoon. Yay!
Oh, cool. I need to get mine checked too. I can't see for nothing.
Yes, Sylvia. There she is. This is my co-host, she said. Her name is Hilda.
Hilda?
Yeah, she just hangs out.
Sylvia, I am loving the wind chimes. I had to move them from my side porch to the front porch because they were too loud when I was doing personal readings because it's windy here. The Windy City, Chicago, and I'm outside Chicago. But it's just right on the front porch. I leave my front door open and I can hear it just tingling all day. It's beautiful. Lucy sits at the front door like she's like meditating and just like, ah.
They had the greatest sound.
I moved mine from the front to the back, and I have this little window open here, so I can hear them all day down here throughout the house.
She also sent me a dragonfly thing with little bells on it. I've got it hanging on my side porch right now. I'm going to wait till next spring to put it out near the garden.
Aww.
After all the snow leaves. Yeah,
Halloween, we will be live Halloween because it's Sunday anyway, but we will be in character.
Can you tell I'm like so ready?
I am beyond ready.
He's in there.
We're dressing up. It's our 2-year anniversary of our Sunday night live, so y'all make sure you join us that night. It should be a lot of fun. Can you believe it's been 2 years?
What snacks are you guys getting? What snacks are you guys gonna get? because I'm not going to be handing out candy this year. I don't want little kids that, you know what I mean? Like,
It's okay. Let me ask this for people in the chat here too, because every store I've gone in has mounds of Halloween candy because that's what you do this time of year. But who's trick or treating?
I didn't get any trick or treaters last year at all during COVID, and I don't know what it's going to be like this year. So I'm turning my light off.
And I'm like, who's buying this candy? Because some of it's gone, but a lot of it's still there because who's trick or treating? Number one.
Like, I love my 3 little kids next door. I just adore them and their parents. And so I bought little trick or treat baskets that I'm going to put little treats in. And they also love chalk. So I got these little things of chalk, and I'm going to fix some little baskets and put on their doorstep and ring the bell and run.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I'm getting all the good stuff. I'm getting kettle corn. I'm getting candy corn. I'm getting chocolate. I'm going to gain at least another 35 pounds on Halloween.
I got mine already. I mean, it's for me, so you know, I got Milky Ways and M&Ms and thank you, Sylvia's. But there are some kids around. There's tons of kids around here, but I don't think people trick or treat anymore. They didn't last year. When I was in Florida, they didn't. But it was like in Florida, they didn't. Mississippi, they didn't. I know when I worked in retail in Mississippi and in Oklahoma, the kids all went to the mall because it was safer because it's dark outside. But you know, you can walk around the stores, and the stores hand out candy from place to place to place.
Last year we had none because of COVID, because the vaccine was just getting ready to come out. So, and this year because of Delta, I'm not expecting any, and I'm just not going to turn my light on and do it.
Nope.
Because we're live.
And like every year before the COVID happened, we would get like a good 10, 15 kids. But nobody wants to come to our house because they got to go up this big ass hill. So we'll see the whole crowd down there from the backyard, and then we'll hear the kids are like, "Let's go to that house. Their lights on."
You're like, "Hey, Snickers bar," and throw it down the street.
And the parents are like, "We don't want to go up that hill." And Peanut and I are in the backyard, but we have candy.
You should throw it to them like you throw to the ravens, the peanuts. We had when I lived in a rental house before I bought this house, I was way up on a hill, and I would sit there out the front window and watch all the trick-or-treaters going to all the level yards, and they wouldn't come up my big hill. So I finally went out to the end of my driveway and sat down in a chair and handed out candy. I was like, I got to get rid of this candy.
Yeah.
But we'll be here. We'll be here. My friend is in there.
Miss Charlotte is saying for me to get a zip liner.
It's like you walk up the hill, I'll zip line you down.
James Bond.
To get fun. Well, let me get Artie off the table. So last week, going into the full moon, I had several people, myself included, that had issues with vertigo. And like for me, like it was like Monday afternoon, I guess it was. I was gonna go live on Monday. All of a sudden I got nauseated, like I was seasick, and I had to sit down. I thought, what did I eat that like didn't agree with me? And I just sat down. It passed, but like some people woke up on Tuesday morning, with vertigo. Some were feeling it on Monday night. What was that about? What was with the energy causing vertigo in a lot of people? I mean, at least 7 or 8 people I've talked to this week that felt it with the full moon and also going into the fall equinox.
I know that it didn't cause the vertigo. So
you're not getting it was the cause.
Mm-mm.
I get it was a shift with the moon. So maybe kind of like how the moon affects tides and stuff. causing a, it's interesting. This is one of my cards for affecting the head, causing a disruption and causing imbalance. Like, I get it was signaling an ending to something. Yeah, I got my Trump card here and justice coming. So the strength on that. Maybe it's an ending to Trump and everybody's getting, whoa. What are you getting, Johnny?
Your operating system wanted you to restart your computers. That's what happened out there. Get the 4 swords. Time to sit down. 3 of swords. You needed to pull back into isolation, be separated from the outside world. There was something you needed to, not you specifically, but whoever, needed to recharge something because there was a download that needed to happen with the page with the High Priestess. So you may not directly know the information. The 2 of Wands and the Page of Wands, you could find out if you were to ask your spirit and higher ups what was going on. But it was something that was given to you, Ace of Pentacles. So you needed to reboot your systems. And so if you don't want to sit down, we'll sit you down. That's gonna happen.
Don't we have a lot of planets in retrograde right now too, though?
Yeah, there's like 5, and they're coming out gradually from now till the end of the year. Like Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, a whole bunch of them are in retrograde. So
maybe that's adding to it too. I don't know.
Could be. What is Ron DeSantis's end game? He's now hired, for his state. What was the position? Health or Surgeon General. Thank you, Joanne. A quack guy that was also with the demon semen preacher. And what is his end game? What does he want? Why is he
to kill them all,
letting everybody die? And
like Scar in the Lion King.
What's his end game? What's he? Lisa, thank you so much for reposting the questions for us.
Thank you, Joanne. Super chat too. Okay.
Did I make Lisa moderator?
I seen Jody too. Hi, Jody. Jody's Instagram is fantastic. Y'all go look it up. I don't know the name right offhand, but there's hummingbirds.
Hummingbirds and gongs. And Jody, I'll see you in the morning for our live if you're still up for it. 10 a.m. Central Time. Thank you, Jennifer. It's one of my students.
Jennifer is?
Uh-huh.
Hi, Jennifer.
So what's Ron DeSantis's end game, Johnny?
I don't know. I got the Hermit and the 7 of Pentacles. He is trying to stand out. He is trying to build a legacy, but it's a Republican one. So it is not people first. It is government first type thing, or donor first, or whatever you want to call it. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. He is trying to appear as the Knight of Cups. He is trying to appear nice and marketable to the people who have the money that would pay him to basically be president one day. So he doesn't care who he steps over, how many bodies he has to pile up. He wants to be the boss one day. That's what I get.
What you getting, Becca?
His ambitions are, his end game is his own ambitions and his own selfishness, and he'll do whatever needs to be done for him to attain those things. even at the expense of families, even if it causes a lot of problems around perhaps vaccinations or other types of surgeries, because all he's looking for is success and celebrity and stardom.
I get the same thing too. Looking for celebrity, burdening everything, changing everything, shifting money around too, trying to appease his donors, create an imbalance, cover up things and block as much as he can, as much disturbance, as much chaos as he can, just for notoriety. Cause all that confusion. It's ego. It's like his work is to block the truth as much as possible. Block the truth.
So Hilda has a follow-up question here. Can we, I don't know how to phrase it, but can we look at his spirit, his moral character, the thing that is being corrupted by his decisions? Like, is he at a point of no return? Is he basically Trump at this point to where he will never change? Or is there something that could shock him out of this and make him realize he's actually hurting a lot of people and it's needless? Like, is he too far gone?
Narcissists are very unlikely to change ever in a lifetime. Let's see. Is he too far gone?
I get that his sense of accomplishment is very strong. He thinks he's getting ahead. Therefore, for at least for right now, he will be under the impression that he's doing not the right thing, but the right thing to get what he wants, type thing. Like, he's fulfilling his plan to get the things he needs. He also is very, with the Devil and the Knight of Cups, he is very, he is allured. He is very trapped by the bright lights and the shiny things. Like, he loves the beckoning call of the devil. I think the only thing, as of this reading anyway, that could turn him around is some sort of message from his ancestry. So he would have to be probably, deathbed or whatever the case may be. Maybe someone could come to him in those still moments and say, wake up, you dumb botchagaloop type thing. But right now he thinks he's in the right place. He's looking at the shiny things from the devil, and that's what he wants. That's all he wants.
So he needs the ghost of Christmas Eve to come pay him a visit.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked about his moral character. It's mostly driven by fame with the goal of obtaining money. Even if children are sacrificed, he'll do whatever it takes. He's got several avenues of being very creative with how he shops around for money. But his moral character is
So we're asking about temperance. Can he temper himself, basically? And it's like, no, he's too burdened by money, over and over and over again. It's all about money. And, having his fancy home and being all smug and His messaging on COVID here, every message is just negative. Everything is so he is out in the cold from his moral authority. He is like completely out in the cold from it. He's like Trump. He's unbalanced, and I get a big no. He won't change.
Okay, so Hilda has one more question then. Not to belabor the point, but will he regret that? Donald Trump has gone 77 years with no real consequence, it seems. So can DeSantis pull that off and chase the shiny things and end up with the golden toilet and a faulty tower? Or is he going to get his karma maybe a little sooner than that?
Like some wrongful death lawsuits and things like that.
Like, is this going to work out for him? This chasing the shiny thing.
Hey, Lori.
So initially, it looks like it's all right. The King of Wands, Three of Pentacles, he meets all the right people in all the dark places type of thing. The problem is the Eight of Swords. Once you're in it, it is very, like they say, what is the easiest thing to get into, but the hardest thing to get out of, which is trouble. Once you're in it, it is very hard to get out of it because they kind of own you at that point. The reason you have a nice house, the reason you have the numbers in your bank account is because of us. Don't ever forget it. Make sure you vote no on proposition whatever. So it's once he's in it, it's kind of hard not to be in it forever. Whether you like it or not is immaterial. But there is also a lot of troubled families, and I clarify with the Justice card. So his legacy will be tarnished. He'll kind of live like Trump, where everybody's suing you but Jesus. So, yeah.
For the person in
come for you.
Sorry, Johnie. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead.
The person in the chat that was asking about Hilda.
That's Hilda.
That's Hilda right there.
Yes, that's Hilda. She'd say hi, but she's just chilling right now. She's
Hilda wants to know, what'd you get, Becca? Tell Hilda.
I asked if he would regret his decisions, and I get a yes, because he knows what's right and wrong. He knows what he's doing. He has knowledge of it, and all he's doing is chasing fame and celebrity. I get a yes, he'll regret it. When or what? Maybe he has to suffer in the elections and watch his numbers tank and lose governorship. Because obviously killing people doesn't seem to faze him. So,
Yeah, I get he's playing innocent right now, but it's money, steady money. The shift will come when there are children, that are suffering, and that's where he's going to have a fight on his hands, where his karma starts to catch up with them. So I get actions taken, lawsuits, coming out, and he's going to have to go sulk away, hide away. These lawsuits are going to be very strong. And I'm getting something about quid pro quo. Like, he's making money off of this hand over foot. Like, what is it, Regeneron or something he owns stock in? He's making money off of COVID, I'm getting very strongly. So America, kind of confused why it hadn't caught up with him yet, but justice is going to come for him just like it did, will eventually for Trump. So I want to ask flat out, is Merrick Garland's team, is the Department of Justice going to indict Trump for anything?
I'll get a yes. So let me see.
And if so, can you see what? Indicting doesn't mean a conviction, so.
Not at all. Conspiracy. That's what I'll say. I can't explain to you with these cards, but that's I get the world and the Hierophant. It's something he did while he was in office, but it's on the world stage. It has something to do with maybe a foreign leader. There's conspiracy to commit this or conspiracy to now, mind you, this is the same person. I said this too. The deal he made with the Taliban, I always said it was for land. I didn't know it was the whole country, but there's some sort of conspiracy he did while he was in office in a governmental role with something overseas. It was to break something free or break free of something or to take something out or whatever the case may be. It was to take away or to take out or to free. It was against the law. It was a conflict of interest. It was a conflict of actual law. So there will be an investigation onto that. Now, as far as him going to jail for anything, probably never, but at least an indictment means there's enough to bring a charge against.
What you getting, Becca?
I get a yes, and I get obstruction. I got chronic, repeated obstructions, very persistent. So I don't know if this goes back to the Mueller report. I don't, because they got him on 10 counts of obstruction there. I don't know if this is obstruction for the January 6th fiasco, or he obstructed the whole 4 years. Pick one. But I get obstruction right dead center, and it was chronic obstruction, and he was very, very, very persistent about it. So when it happens, I don't know. These two are very slow moving. So I don't know.
It's funny. I've got, there's so much to choose from on the bottom. It's like something about steady money I'm getting, definitely something coming through on. We have to be patient. This is going to take a while. But I get thank you, Kathy, and thank you, Sheena. I get for dividing America, for inciting the Peanut Butter Boys and Oath Creepers. I get two major charges. Treason, conspiracy, that type of thing. But there's something about money. There's something about money that the Justice Department's going to get him on, and big old yes card on it.
Okay, so Hilda has a follow-up question.
Hilda has a follow-up?
Yes.
We're talking tonight, right?
She knows telepathy. That's why you don't hear her. She wants to know, because we've seen this in the comments a lot, but I'm going to rephrase it because I don't want to try to predict death or anything. Will we see him with eyeballage and TV actually going into court to face any kind of charge? Because what the question is in the chat is, will he be alive to actually face charges? But I don't want to go there. I just want to say, will we see him actually go into court and face some sort of charge?
Thank you, Mel.
Any kind of charge. Traffic ticket, anything.
The devil in the star card trying to flip out. On TV, on social media. I have a follow-up question for Hilda too. Yes, Hilda's a feisty witch.
There's something about money, finances, or something's coming. It didn't give me yes or no. It told me something is coming up where there's a written statement first. I don't know exactly what. Maybe it's a January 6th thing, because he's trying his hardest to get some executive privilege, but he's not an executive anymore, sir. I don't know if the pillow guy told you or not, but he's trying to get you rehired, which means you're not there now. The Page of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. There's something about his team of specialist lawyers are going to present something on his behalf. So I get the Ten of Swords, which is a no, but this is coming up soon. This is not a long-term thing. So eventually, yes, you may see him because he will be indicted for something. But as of right now, there's a written statement in the works, or about to be, in a month or so.
What you getting, Becca?
Now, I ain't saying he's getting tickets to the park just because we got the coffin here, but he's seriously ill with something that has to do with aging that's causing a lot of confusion and irritability. So Alzheimer's, dementia, something's messed up in his head. So I don't know if that's his out, that he's
Plays crazy.
like in your vision that you had, that he was in a straitjacket, but will we see him? I see no. I see no. It's dragged out, it's uncertain, and he's sick in the head. So
okay, I'm gonna butcher this name. Thank you, Tia FIFA. Not sure I'm saying that right, but thank you. Yet there's something about his image that we're going to see. Some image we're going to see. But it's like there's an agreement. Somehow, I think maybe with his kids not accepting the fact that he looks like such a loser. But yeah, it's his karma biting him in the butt. I get a yes, but it's like as he goes away somewhere. So maybe being put in a straitjacket, like I always see him in, and going bye-bye into a senior living place or something. There's some sort of image we're going to see. And I get another yes card with the Ace of Wands. There's, for security reasons, something will be blocked from us. So again, if he acts like he's crazy and they say, okay, fine, we'll just put him in a senior home or something, they may try to hide some image like where they put him. So will we ever see a mugshot on him?
No.
Hilda wants to know. And as somebody in chat said, without the hairpiece, because they take everything away when you're doing a mugshot, right?
No makeup.
No makeup, no nothing. Thank you, the square peg. We have the best viewers.
There's a man and a woman around him that stand a better chance, but not him.
Thank you, Barbie.
Mugshot is public record, though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm going to say no, but I don't know.
I'm going to say no too, but I think we might see one on the children as they get chart filed in, because there's, again, something like he's unbalanced. He's going to, try to play unbalanced, a little lunacy going on there, and blocking a mugshot. It's his legacy, just knowing he's going away, that everything changes, like he's going away somewhere. But I get that we might see one on the kids.
So that's what I'm getting, this sort of blockage. It's like, but you can't block that. That's public record.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just don't even take one because they just put him away somewhere.
I gotta know.
Nice.
There's the public. Bad news. No. Mm-mm.
Okay, so I have one more follow-up question for Hilda. Is the Department of Justice, because we all know, like everybody's losing it on Twitter, even Glenn Kirshner's like, you got enough to charge him on some stuff. Are they holding back on charging, in doing any indictments on Trump until the infrastructure bill or the reconciliation bill gets through?
I heard an answer, so let me see what this is.
Because they need some Republican support. Are they holding off doing anything drastic till after those get resolved? Debsy, that's a question from one of our viewers. So the credit goes to a viewer. Thank you guys for putting questions on our community tab.
I get here, and that's what I heard too. It's for a specific charge. I get the Knight of Swords. There's an attack, but there's a specific target. The Ace of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. There is something. Granted, you have enough to charge him, but charge him for what? You have enough to charge him for tax evasion. Okay, he'll get 5 years or nothing actually, since he's former president and all. Like, you can get him for what? Like, on the outside looking in, it seems like a lot of stuff that he should be charged with. But when you're looking at it in black and white on paper, I have to take this to court and then prove a motive and then get a conviction. So it's a little different than just us out here saying he's a horrible person, charge him with something. There is a specific charge and specific evidence that needs to be had for Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. You need a ironclad case, not just outside looking in. He should be under the jail for what he did and for what he's done and for what he's this. And remember, he didn't pay off Stormy Daniels. Michael Cohen did. He just paid Michael Cohen back. But you have to take all that to court and say he did something wrong. So I think it's a specific charge and specific evidence. That's what I think.
If ever there was a building that needs Trump names on it, it's a prison with everybody in it. I would be okay with that branding.
Yeah. Only if all of them are in there, including Barron. Put them all in there. He's done something. We just don't. He's done something. We just don't know it yet.
Thank you, JH.
I'm pretty sure he catches frogs and pulls their legs off for fun or something. I bet you.
What you getting, Becca?
I asked, why has the Department of Justice not yet charged Trump? And this is what I got. I got Clover, Bouquet, Ship, Book, and Bear. It's like they're waiting for an opportunity for something. They know what they have, and there's something that may be classified. It has to do with transition of power, gifts that are secret or confidential, and also financial. So, but here's the thing. If they're waiting on January 6th to finish this project about an opportunity to transition power and gifts that were secret, so where the finances came from for people to go on a little vacation to Washington, D.C., and see if they can nail him with that form of obstruction, because in the previous reading we had obstruction. Here it's saying that there's something about transition of power, gifts that are secret, stuff that is classified. So I don't know if they're waiting for the committee to finish what they're doing to see if anything comes up there and pile it on. Do you see what I'm saying? But I don't see the committee here.
I'm getting the same thing, except I'm getting to get the others, not Trump. Like they're blocking going after Trump because they've got all the details on Trump. They've got enough, they could put him away. They've secured everything they need to, but they want more. So they're waiting on the January 6th committee to burden others that were working with him, bonded with him, and getting that information. So, and watching the paper trail, like who paid for, the travel and all that stuff. So they're letting Nancy and the government work that out is what I'm getting. Because there's other people that manipulated things and caused problems. So Trump, they've already caught. They're just still looking at the others in the net, investigating the others is what I'm getting. So no, it doesn't have to do with the infrastructure bill. So in the reconciliation bill, the first plan for immigration reform was refused by the parliamentarian in the Senate. Will the second plan for immigration reform get passed by the parliamentarian?
I get a yes. The Empress. Something about hatred or pushing something out, and then somebody comes together on that.
I get a yes. I get a yes too. Like there's support for it and they're fighting for it. There's hope for it. They've broken it down differently, and I get it's going to stick. I get the 2 yes cards with it. There may be something that they have to shift just a little bit in to get it to go through the parliamentarian. What you getting, Becca?
I have no idea. Bear Mountain and letter. It's almost reading like the results of financial delays. But it's looking like no. I don't know how they're trying to do this. I haven't watched any news, but there's something here about finances. They're get blocked, and that's the result of it. So I don't know if this has to stand by itself.
They supposedly have a plan A, B, C, D, E. Like they've got more plans. They're trying to raise the debt limit to get this through the reconciliation. So let's ask, are they going to get the debt limit raised? Because the Republicans are trying to block raising the debt limit, which would throw the country and probably the world into a depression.
Wouldn't that also cause a government shutdown too?
Government shutdown. It would cause all kinds of helter-skelter from what I've been...
Give tax cuts to everybody. Freaking spend like a bunch of drunk sailors. Oh, you need us to raise the debt ceiling? No.
Yeah, Trump caused over $7 trillion additional debt in his 4 years, like more than any president we've ever had. But they won't raise the debt ceiling for getting the reconciliation bill through.
So what was the question, Jenny?
Will the Democrats get the debt ceiling raised?
I'm pretty sure they will, because this will look bad on Republicans too, but I don't get a yes, no. I get a, there needs to be another draft or some sort of we need another plan or another something to vote on, because what's in there we don't like, and what's in there is not part of us, and we don't get what we want, and all that other kind of crap. So it still needs some revision or some work. Not it'll take it a long time or anything like that, but there is still some back and forth still going.
You know, what are you getting, Becca?
I asked for the Democrats got the debt ceiling raised. I got heart, cross, and whip. So I don't know if they're going to make people tougher. Power play to get people to back down, but there's stuff. There's punishment. There's pain. There's fighting. There's I don't know.
I get it's going to take a while. I get a no, and they block it, work together to block it. And I get another no, and I get a, losing it. And then I get a yes. So I think they're going to have to keep switching it up a little bit, switching up the reconciliation bill, take it, the Republicans are going to make them take a whole bunch of crap out of it, I'm sure, to get the debt ceiling raised.
Take everything out and give all the money to the corporations, and then we'll let you raise the debt ceiling.
So Lauren Boebert using campaign money to pay for personal debts like her rent, in DC and stuff like that. Is she gonna? There's I believe, an investigation on her. Is she gonna get in some trouble using campaign finance money for personal?
I was watching Chris Hayes, aka Rachel Maddow in disguise, and they were talking about that. And apparently she paid herself back for mileage. And according to her, she went 38,000 miles or something. That's what she reimbursed herself for. And then they were saying on the show, the circumference of the earth is like 25,000 miles. So you would have had to go around the earth 1.5 times to justify this money right here.
But it was all done within her state in Colorado.
Yeah. On a campaign, you went 30,000 miles. Did you really? Okay. And then the lien on your restaurant is suddenly paid off. And
somebody better get that odometer checked.
If you're going to be crooked, be smart about it, I'd say. But okay.
She better lawyer up, because I got the lawyer on the bottom. There he is.
Yes, there's an investigation. It's going to take a minute because there's a lot of stuff to gather. But the Queen of Cups and the Two of Wands, she is starting to plan right now because people have told her what is exactly coming, which means charges and investigations and questioning and that and this and that and this. She is really worried, thank you, Leah, about the burden that is coming. Naturally, because they have told you. We're going to start looking into this and looking into that. There is a lot of very, what's the word? Very close money is the word. That's not grammatically correct, but it's like close to your house and your car and your mortgage and your stuff like that they're going to be looking into. The Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. This is not just campaign money into your personal finance, because you have weaved the two. And so this goes back to when you were running for your seat. There's some illegal funds there too. Well, illegal is strong maybe, but there's some funny funds there too. And so they're going to go back because you stole something, or you have something in somebody else's name and you're trying to get away with something tax-wise too. So that's why I said all of this is coming very close to your personal finance. Good Lord.
What you getting, Becca?
I don't know what she's been spending her money on besides her rent and her restaurant, but I think when they start investigating, they're going to open up a can of worms, because it looks like there's a man that visited to cause a delay that was dangerous, and then it freaking blows up. So I don't know if she also used campaign finance to perhaps donate for people to visit somewhere, but it looks like it widespread problem.
That's interesting you say that, because I'm getting something about the insurrection too. Thank you, Lenny Marie, and thank you, RN Swan. Yeah, there's going to be multiple things, and I get it's coming in fast, and there'll be support for investigating this because she manipulated the funds in abundance. It's like, and this has been going on for a long time. It will take a little while to bring out the indictments. But I get like she's covered up working with somebody else on the January 6th insurrection. She's going to play a starring role in that. And I get, yeah, there's stuff coming for her. So she's screwed.
And it's funny too, because the other day I caught a little glimpse of a snippet from one of the MSNBC news shows. It was recommended on YouTube because I haven't been watching news. And I believe it was Patrick Maloney that they were interviewing. Oh, no, he was talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, that when the insurrectionists came, there was a couple of them that were very giddy about everything that was going on. So, I don't know. And you know what? I did look up Lauren Boebert. You know, she has a criminal record, right? I think she's had a couple of DUIs and
her husband too, hadn't he? Doesn't he have some crazy crap?
But hey, Jesus, you know.
So I have a theory. This is not a conspiracy. I have a theory I want to look at. You know, we had the Arizona audit. Now they're, trying to do the audit in Pennsylvania, and they're trying to get, other states to do it, Texas and stuff. And when they do these audits, they screw up the voting machines, so they have to be replaced. They cannot be used in a future election. And all the states that they're trying to push these audits use Dominion voting machines. And we've read on this before. States like Kentucky and South Carolina, where Lindsey Graham won and Mitch McConnell won, use the ES&S voting machines. So are they trying to screw up the voting machines on purpose so that they can replace them with the ES&S ones? Is that why they keep wanting to do all these audits? Thank you, crazy cat lady.
They are trying to place doubt in the machines, I think, period, as a whole. And yes, maybe get some sort of new thing coming in, some new specialists, some new machines, some new crafted machines. Something about that is blocked, that it may be a committee type thing, like this is where your local elections are very important. There's something about it on the ground or it locally not being something that is easily done. Not to say they can't do it, because Republicans are crafty, but it's not easily done. It's more easily blocked than it's easily done. But yes, they are trying to plant some confusion and some irregularity.
I got a follow-up question from Hilda. She talked to me in my head.
Thank you, Thelma.
I get a yes. It'll make a certain person, male person in government, very successful.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I would have to Google this again to refresh my memory. Ivanka was sourcing some parts for voting machines in China, and I believe she sold those parts to ES&S. So that's why, there's thievery, sneaky stuff going on here, trying to cover something up, bullying through the government audits here, so that they can kind of cover up something, a hidden agenda that they've got that they've been working on, wanting an inside man in their voting machines. So, I get like they're trying to change them on purpose. Here's a yes card. Thank you, Caroline.
Oh, and thank you, Crazy Cat Lady. I see up here too.
Oh, and Sunflower, I'm using your new cards. Thank you. So Hilda wants to know. I think it was the other day. Oh, look at that! It's 5:55. Me and the numbers today. So the other day, there was a letter that was put out from the Brookings Institute about all the charges that they can get Spanky on. Where is the investigation into Lindsey Graham in Georgia? Where's that at?
Because he made as many phone calls as Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Lindsey's back to saying he hopes Trump runs in 2024. So he's back up his butt because Trump was bad-mouthing him over something he said the week before. So he had to get back up his butt and say, I hope he runs.
Lindsey dared to say he wished that he would have conceded. And so now he's a bad person. I get the investigation has not gone anywhere. Like it's either, I don't want to say it's squashed, but it's like here with the 10 of Pentacles, this is your operating body, whoever that may be. And then there's the moon. There is no clear path. There's no end in sight. There's no beginning in sight. It's just kind of, well, what happened? That's what I get.
What did you get, Johnie? I'm sorry, I had it on mute because I was like,
there's no start. It's hasn't been, no one's investigated anything. Maybe they talked about it, but nothing has started. Which means it's probably not going to happen.
I'm getting they're going to get some other people except for Lindsey, which is kind of crazy. Like it's delayed on Lindsey. Like they know he communicated and it was sort of a quid pro quo thing. He was an inside man here and trying to get him to agree to look for votes or whatever. But I get like strength legally, but going after the boss and other men that caused the problem. So I'm going to say like the Giuliani's, and what's her name, the female lawyer. For some reason, I'm getting a block on Lindsey for right now. I don't know why they're not going to pursue Lindsey, but Sidney Powell, like they'll go after Sidney Powell and Giuliani. I'm not getting Lindsey. What are you getting, Becca?
I asked what was going on right now with the investigation of Lindsey Graham. It's like they're putting him into the broader picture, but he himself, there's something there to where it's like he has to get cut out. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like there's widespread growth and abundance here. So yes, he's part of a much larger picture, but then they cut him off here. And then he gets off. You see what I'm saying? So So maybe it's because it could all turn down to a he said, she said, and there's no actual evidence like there is from the phone call that was recorded. Do you see what I'm saying? So they might put him. It's like he's not worried. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, but he gets put into the larger picture of things, if that makes any sense. So maybe a case to that's stronger against Trump.
Maybe it's a whole conspiracy thing that they tie him in with conspiracy to commit election.
Didn't Fannie, is that her name, the Attorney General? Fannie?
Yeah, Fannie Willis.
Didn't she bring in some RICO experts?
Yeah, they're looking at RICO.
Yeah.
Conspiracy. So Trump lost Arizona again.
For what, the 20th time already?
How's he feeling? Did he know, like, that's how it was going to come down, that he lost again? And again, kind of going back to the voting machine thing, maybe they didn't really care. They just wanted to jack up the voting machines. How's Trump feeling about losing again?
Hilda says, does he not understand the concept of counting? No, he does not.
Yep. Already knows how to count.
Mr. Ed could count. Donald Trump, no.
Already knows how to tell time too. When it's 5 o'clock, it's dinner time, Mom. That's right. How's Trump feeling after losing Arizona again?
He feels robbed. Very hot under the collar with the sun cards. You could call now. Let's say you could call that joy and contentment, but the next cards don't support such statements. You have the Seven of Swords in the Tower. You feel as though you have been robbed, that somebody has snatched it from you under the cover of night, type of thing. There's the Fool, and there's the Four of Cups. You have to accept it, but he doesn't want to. Spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. So he has to take this, but he doesn't want to. Concept of counting.
What you getting, Becca?
I get that he's very emotionally distraught, and people, again, see his reputation being just a freaking joke and tarnished, and he wants to run away. Like, there's nowhere else to go. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get he's worried about his image through this because he's a loser. So, you know, Justice is here. He wants them to do another investigation into it. He doesn't understand. He's like, they shifted votes around. He thinks his people shifted votes around to help Biden again. He doesn't understand. It's making him very anxious. He's confused, and I think he's feeling backstabbed. You know, like they did this to him.
But this is what's funny.
Poor
These
me.
are his own people that went in and did a bogus election where they broke all the machines, tried to get people's personal and all that crap. And oh yeah, we found another 300 something votes for Biden. Sorry, Trump. Like,
no, pay for a recount, and then the guy who was running against me actually got more than was counted before.
So then he wrote a statement where he was demanding Georgia declare him the winner.
Yes, because that's how elections work.
Yeah, for sure.
I demand you clear. Okay, I'm sure your demands, you can take them and stick them up your behind. That's what you can do.
I mean, come on now, man. We're almost in October. Like 10 months. Let it go. Let it go.
Well, let's look at Gosar, who wants them to hold another election and have a new inauguration in January.
I'm gonna sit this one out because I just did a grand tableau on him.
If you have not seen the video of Gosar on Twitter with his head bobbling around, he is so drunk. He is all over the place. It is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
So look for it on Twitter. So Gosar, he wants a new election held in like November, December, so they can have a new inauguration in January. How's this going to work for Gosar? Hi, Moose.
Hey, puppies.
Puppies.
Bubbies, what's going to happen to Paul Gosar? What's going to happen to him?
Well, if you haven't watched Becca's Grand Tableau on Gosar, you got to watch it because his butt's about to get in big time trouble.
Maybe that's why he was drunk on that video.
Yeah, I mean that was just awesome Grand Tableau.
Is this video recent?
Yeah, somebody.
I mean, it's recently released, but is the video footage recent?
Yes,
it appears so. It
like in the last couple of days.
Yeah,
thank you, Fozzie Ozark.
It appears that he didn't realize he was being recorded, but he was talking about having a new election and this, that, and I mean, and he was just so messed up. Like, I was like, oh my God, how many kegs of beer did that guy just pound in the last 30 minutes, you know?
Because there is something going on in his head at the moment. No, Sylvia, it's a fan over here. There's something going very wrong in his head. Like, it's almost a little manic to where it's causing him to have outbursts or small fits of depression, or he has ups and downs. He's going through an up and down thing. Like, I get the Knight of Swords. There's something very erratic going on. The page, not the page, but this thing, whatever it's called, Five of Cups. There's something. There's just it's going up and down. He might be taking some supplements of some sort.
I get an abundance of drugs.
He's in a dark place.
Let me just spell it out for us.
Oh my gosh, you guys! Did you see what they just said? I'm on StreamYard, so I'm not seeing the comments. Mimi Rose just asked if Trump really did endorse Stacey Abrams because she said Matt Kemp couldn't change the vote in Georgia.
He got mad at Kemp and he said something positive towards Stacey. Yes.
Oh my God.
So it's not going to go anywhere, is it, Johnie?
That's all I get is it's in his head.
I get he's doing an abundance of lewds or something. So he's going to get blocked from this. It's he was saying it for the donors is basically, but getting overly inebriated probably also here. But I get like justice is coming for him. So keep talking, man. Keep slurring your speech. Keep wobbling your head. We'll make a bobblehead doll for you.
So Hilda wants to know, is this circumstantial or is he addicted to drugs or alcohol or something? Or is this just because right now he's wading through that bovine river right now? Is he really up the creek or is he an actual addict? Cut.
Bob doesn't like him. Bob thinks he's a mean person, don't you, buddy? Sweet boy.
I just love his nose.
Hey, Bob.
He's so sweet.
He is.
He loves his mommy.
Did you want a bone? Did you want a bone? Yes. Okay, hold on. I got to go get him a bone or he's going to
Slobber on you.
Yeah. Okay, Bubs.
I think he drinks a lot. It wouldn't be surprising if he has some sort of liver issue. But what I get right off the back is that he has a woman issue, specifically a mother issue as well. But he has an issue with women, period, but definitely a mother issue. There's also the cutting off of his actual dreams and goals. Like, he's traumatized from his childhood, naturally, but there was something he wanted his life to be at this stage in his life, and it's not that. And so there's some heavy burden there too. He tries to sneak away to do other things too. So the drinking he can do in front of people because it's not illegal to drink. But there is something else that may involve, the donut shop that I think he has. He's an addict.
Yeah. I get he needs a doctor, a therapist. I get two major yes cards: the truth and illumination audit here. He sneaks away sometimes. Tries to act like everything's fine, but something has changed with him. It's like he's worried about the money and all the work he's put in to get that money and stuff. But he may be going away to rehab or something soon. He's not balanced now. Anxiety coming in, and he may be going to a little retreat or somewhere.
Going to rehab.
Try go to rehab.
No. Please, I can't tell you. I have to read cards right now.
So, why did Pence not do Trump's bidding on the Electoral College votes? He's asking everybody's opinion. He's asking Dan Quayle and everything, but like right up to the last minute, it looked like he might do it. Why did he not? He turned into a coward, or just
because his moral compass is 1,000 leagues under the sea too. But why? Why?
Because Trump can't be friends with him if he doesn't do it.
Oh, good old devil, well done. There it is. This was a marching order of it's okay. Never mind. I won't go through all that. Okay, I have to say it. Let me say it this way. Let me try to shorten what I'm about to say. I'm talking too long already. when he went down to the border and saw the people in the cage, his Christian heart felt nothing. So he has no moral compass in that regard. But when it comes to him personally doing something that he feels is wrong, not the rest of us, that he feels is wrong, he don't want to do it. He felt as though this, with the fool there in the middle, and the devil, and the Five of Swords, this was a bully tactic, and it was wrong and evil. Therefore, he didn't want to do it. He was never. I don't think he was that tempted because he felt as though it was wrong. It was evil. It would be a catastrophic event, and so therefore, I think he stuck to his guns. The Four of Pentacles. He stuck to his guns.
What'd you get, Becca?
I get out of his own financial interest, and mother may have played a role.
Mommy dearest.
Leaking of money, financial contracts and agreements, and then there's his wife. So perhaps to keep his butt out of trouble, to not lose any money with legal problems and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I get trying to secure money too on the bottom here. But I get he had a hidden agenda with other leaders of the Republican Party is what I'm getting. So whether that was a Mitch McConnell or somebody that wasn't supporting doing that, I get he changed his mind to block it. So in victory with that. So trying to get a victory over Trump somehow. Somebody talked him into it, but it boiled down to money at the root of it. All right, Johnie, we have to do your question because I love this question. So the crazies now are saying that they're going to put vaccines in salad dressing.
Yeah, that was Michael
Flynn. There's a song on YouTube about that too.
Yeah, Michael Flynn said, somebody sent me an email. Did y'all see that? They're going to put vaccines in the salad dressing. My first response to Beth Cat, who I was talking with, is, why would they put it in salad dressing? And then, of course, my favorite response was Fair and Balanced, said, put it in Twinkies and Mountain Dew and
and bacon and beer.
Barbecue sauce, at least.
That's what I said. Put it in barbecue sauce. So are the crazies going to be afraid of eating salad dressing now? Are we going to see a decline in sales on salad dressing, or is it not going to decline sales of salad dressing because they don't eat salads? And then we have a part 2 to this.
The Harper Valley PTA, so they turned that into Hidden Valley DNA. That's what the song was. Hidden Valley Ranch DNA now. Oh, God.
I'm going to have to look for that one in the after show. The Quack and Honors. Gotta love them. And Flynn.
Okay. Weird, but I'll say what I see. No, because they're going to move on to something else, because they're going to convince them that it's something else or something new. I'm thinking nuts, some sort of tree nut, peanuts, pistachio, something that may be coated. There's hard rocks is what I get. So it's either going to be nuts or can't be Skittles. That's not hard. It's something hard though. It's but it's edible. So they're going to move on to, they're trying to hide maybe the baseball games that sell peanuts. They're hiding it there. Ice, that could be another one. Like, be careful if you go to Sonic and get that good old soft crushed ice and get your Blue Lagoon drink, and there's going to be some vaccine at the bottom of it. So you better watch out.
Oh my God, I can't.
But why wouldn't you want to glow in the dark and be magnetized? That's what I don't understand.
I can't.
I don't have to search for my keys. I can just hold my hand out and they'll fly to me.
So what do we have so far? Bleach, lights, ivermectin, salad
ultraviolet lights.
Ultraviolet lights.
Salad dressing, cobra venom, iodine, betadine.
Oh my God.
Next is going to be peanuts.
My part 2 was what's next, or your part 2, I should say, Johnie.
So here's the crazies that are very naive, confused, irrational, crazy, and nervous, naive. I'm with Johnie. They are going to think that it's growing in their food.
Like in the actual lettuce as opposed to in the salad dressing, growing in the food.
That is being grown in the food. So, and this is food. So maybe they'll start thinking they're feeding it to the animals. So we're going to have to become vegan now, and we can't eat this. And we can't eat,
I get salad dressings are going to have steady money. Like, they're going to learn how the bosses are going to learn how to capitalize on this somehow. So they may do some sort of messaging with this, because I get the salad dressing manufacturers get victory on this. Actually may even get more support for their salad dressings. But I get, they're in secret, their judgment's so bad that they're going to move on to something else that they're manipulated into believing by someone that it's in something else.
I mean, now they're going to start, besides trying to poison themselves, now they're just going to starve themselves to death because, Lord forbid, you take a vaccine.
Well, except they all have those, I know you see the ads on YouTube, like, your survival food kits that last up to 7 years, that you put in your basement.
MREs. So, they're going to start putting it in your MREs, like, they're going to just live off of the MREs that they stockpiled for the disaster that never came.
I say put it in Twinkies and Mountain Dew.
Which, by the way, I must admit, I have a whole bunch of MREs in my pantry and in the garage because they're great for camping, especially on long hikes. All you need is water. Cook it up right there. Not bad.
Okay, we're going to do one question on Gabby Petito's. Will they find Brian Laundrie, I should say, will they catch him alive? That's the only question we're going to do on this.
They will find him, but alive is that's
will they find him alive?
Because he's not missing, he's hiding.
There are over 60,000 people that go missing every year, so I don't want to put too much attention on this one case.
Ace of Pentacles, there's your yes. The Nine of Wands, there is going to be there's going to be a bigger thing out of this because somebody is hiding him. So if you are accessory, then you get in trouble too. You're harboring a fugitive. But as of right now, I get a yes. Now, if he wants to, he's still in charge of his own destiny. He can off himself at any moment if he thinks things are getting too hard, because the Nine of Wands is stress and strain. So it's still up to him. And then he is emotional. So therefore, put those two together, you could have a situation of self-harm. But as of right now, yes, and there are two people around him that are actually hiding him.
I get a yes too. He's at a small house or a new house. There's a new residence where he's at that he thinks may throw people off his tail. But
I get his father knows where he's at. And he's on higher ground, so he's not in the flats of Florida. I feel like he's gone somewhere like with hills, mountains, is what I'm getting. It'll take a little bit of time, but yeah, I get him, finding him, the law coming in, finding him. It's just going to take a little while. Steve Bannon, is he going to get charged with sedition? Because he told on himself this week. All these guys are so stupid. They tell on themselves. They just think they can get away with it, and they just blab.
Yes, I help plan. Don't say that out loud, right? But okay. Actually, yes, say that out loud. That way we can stop wondering. He helped plan. Charged with sedition.
Or conspiracy or something.
I get no on that, but there is some sort of force and obstruction. So there may be just obstruction, period. With this new action, he may be obstructing too. So there's some sort of obstruction that he gets charged with versus could be like we were talking about in the text message, obstruction of Congress or contempt of Congress or something like that. That is here. Because the Democrats are here too. But he is able to defend against some other charges here. There's a no judgment here. But yes, charging. I do see charging. But as far as conviction, we'll see. Something can still change there.
I asked if he would be indicted. So I don't know if he'll be convicted, but I asked if he would be indicted, and I get a yes. It has to do with the election, and there's a woman here that brings it. So I don't know if this would be like a Liz Cheney or another woman that may be on the January 6th commission. that refers, but there's the election right there. So, and then there's multiples too, and it comes from this woman. So I get a yes that he will be indicted for what, I don't know. Maybe something to do with the elections.
Yeah, I got judgment card on the bottom. He may get a plea deal, but he's going away. He's going away to jail. He's going back to jail. I get obstructing government, like obstructing the House, as one charge, and something to do with either the votes or the money. And you're right, it's a woman that brings the referral.
I have a question from Hilda. I have a question from Hilda. So, considering that everybody that was involved in helping Trump with the insurrection and overturning the election and all them people about to be in trouble, all of them. So, what is the GOP's plan for the elections that are coming up?
You know, I had a question of my own that is basically that. Like, what's the future of the Republican Party for the, not just the 2022 election, but I want to look through to 2024, through to the next presidential election. So what's the future over the next 3 years with the Republican Party? What's it going to look like?
Hilda's psychic. She's like telepathying people.
Yeah, she knew my question. She knew that was where I was wanting to go next.
She has another question, Tim. She has to tell me again because I won't remember. So right now I get limit and obstruction. That is their plan. The Three of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. This is working on a local level. Working on a smaller level, which is why it's like local. So working on a local level to separate reliability, to separate, to cause doubt, to cause chaos, but to separate reliability, which means to take more people off the voter registration rolls, to confuse your voting places, and to redistrict maps and things of that nature. So they're going local level. The fear is the new people that would come in. Biden administration is your word of warning. It's not going to be that easy. And not because he is going to put something in place to make it harder for you, but because it's going to have a Trumpian syndrome to where we see the effort you're going to go through to keep us from doing it. Therefore, we're going to do it in numbers that you can't stop, type of thing. So it's going to have a knee-jerk reaction. But that's your word of warning, is that thing that got Biden in the first place. Not just him, and not just that he was a better candidate, but we did dislike Trump that much to where it was impossible for him to win, type of thing. But they're going to try local level to secure and make it smaller, make the voting pool smaller, make the Democrats basically smaller. That's what they're going to try to do going forward, which is what they're trying to do right now. So it makes sense to me.
Yeah. What'd you get, Becca?
I get that they're going to want to bring endings from what people want. So, like Johnie was saying, cutting people out from voting. However, and shutting stuff down. So I don't know what else they're going to try to shut down. However, the ballots are still there. The results are still there, and it's a loss for them. They're not going to be happy. with the results. So even if it's the voter suppression bills, vote purges, all that stuff, tricky, dirty tricks that they do, it's still a loss for them in the results. So, and they're not happy with it. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I get they're turning their back on who they're going to put forward for president, and their challenge is Biden. Because they or a Democrat, like somebody that would beat him, trying to secure money and everything. But their party has changed. Justice is coming for them. They're going to be off balance. They've been paying people off on the side. Judgment's going to be really harsh on them, and they're going to be very threadbare in trying to protect whatever district they're in or whatever their county is or whatever, trying to get elected. There will be some sneaky stuff going on, but I get there's going to be all kinds of new legal stuff, and everybody that was the emissary to Trump, a lot of them are going to be ending, like aren't even going to run. A lot of them are going to walk away because they've been, embarrassed, called out, whatever. But they will be manipulating votes. So anything they can do to manipulate votes, but I don't get them being successful at all.
So Hilda wants to know, why did Bannon help with the January 6th thing? Because you can call him a lot of things, and Hilda is at the moment. Y'all can't hear it. But he's not stupid. He knew that they were not going to overturn an election. So why help? Why plan this in the first place? What was the point?
A drunken alcoholic getting on there telling everybody it's going to be wild, go. Why? I can't even stand to look at him. He's so gross.
It just looks gross. That skin. Go to the mall, go up to the L'Oreal counter and get them, put some spot makeup on or something.
He got out of the White House. Like, why didn't he just lay low? Now he's going to get all dragged back into all the legal problems. But is he so smug he thinks he's got a pardon that's going to get him off everything?
He's paid to do these type of things. First of all, Page of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. Always money. Any question we ask is, why does Donald Trump hate the moon? Because he's not getting paid from it. So it's always money.
Money, 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 money.
And speaking of the moon, he also wants to implant fear and confusion, because that's his MO. That's the way he uses his clout. That's the way he uses his power. He tries to plant fear and destruction and chaos and blah, 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 blah type of thing. This is the person who wishes he was Hitler in some little interview he did or recording that was taken of him. Oh, he hates Jewish people. And it's like, yeah, this is that person.
But then you have no problem hanging out with Kushner and his wife.
Yeah.
He gets paid to do all this stuff, but he doesn't have the guts to get down there in the middle of it. You know, didn't see him at the rally. He's a coward.
And this is what pisses me off about this whole situation. Stephen Miller, a Jewish Nazi. Steve Bannon hates Jews, but has no problem hanging around the certain ones that have a lot of money. If you're going to be a racist, be an equal opportunity racist. Don't cherry pick. Do you see what I'm saying? It's the hypocrisy of it. You know, like, whatever. I'm just going to shut my mouth. I get that he wanted something dead and killed for the next election. He knew it wasn't going to happen. It didn't have anywhere to go. but there's a person here that he wanted to kill their chances of moving forward and shut avenues around.
That was his wording. Is he wanted to kill the Biden presidency in the crib? That's what he said.
Yeah, from the beginning.
Yes, because he's a poet, so flowery.
But I get he's passionate about the money, and let's disrupt things and everything. But he's going to have legal problems. He better be lawyering up. Now he's trying to sort of lay low and everything, but he just wanted to stir things up. He's got a lot of illumination. He's going to end up all over court again. But he's kind of treasonous at heart, like he's anti-democracy.
Oh yeah,
is what I'm getting. So anything he can do to block justice, he's anti-democracy.
He wants to be Hitler.
And that's the thing.
These people wants to be an oligarch.
These people are all about authoritarianism until somebody they don't like gets into that role. And the idiots that stormed the Capitol are all for authoritarianism because they don't understand that when you install an authoritarian government, they're coming for your guns. Why do you think there's no guns in Russia? Like, these people are so dumb.
It's like, read the Second Amendment, the regulated militia, and that whole thing. If they get together and they get their dictatorship on, you have zero rights. Only rights you have are the ones that give you. So none of this freedom and America this. No. Take your stupid hat off, put your apple pie down, and give me your gun.
Yep.
Because I can't have you trying to overthrow me. I got to have more power than you.
Exactly, Johnny. But they're so stupid, they don't get it. They don't get it. That's what happens when you poison your brain.
They want it, but won't go live in China because it's a communist country. Well, that's
they want it, but they won't go live in Russia either, where it's authoritarian.
They want it here where they think they can control it.
You don't want to even live in your house with a bossy wife, but you want your whole country to be run by one person.
Yep.
Okay. You go.
Most of them can't even keep a wife.
Oh my God. Hey, AJ Patton, they're coming for your guns and force feeding you salad dressing.
Oh, Hidden Valley Ranch has never been more than right there.
Hidden Valley Ranch is pretty good. I was actually thinking
Hidden
about
Valley vaccine. That's what.
I was laughing at Johnny, at you and Shining Hawk, Tony from Shining Hawk, when you were talking about using blow darts to give vaccinations.
That's a genius
behind the tree.
That's a genius idea.
Well, yeah, oh, them mosquitoes is crazy nowadays. Ain't really.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Well, we did Lauren Boebert. Let's do Marjorie Taylor Greene. She got in trouble for harassing Representative, what's her name? Hingle on the Capitol steps. And now she's got an investigation coming through on that. So, Marjorie Taylor Greene, are we going to have to look at her much longer? Is she going to finish her term?
Hilda and I do not condone violence, especially against women. But that one right there, keep saying it. You ain't got to beat her up. Just scare her one good time. That way she knows you need to calm that down. I get it. That's what riles your base and all that type of stuff. But it's kind of the same notion to where you don't need to raise kids that disrespect you and then you want to sit down and talk to them about it and all this stuff. No, they need to know they don't talk to their parents that way. Because when you go outside the house and you say those same words to a stranger, they're going to thump you in your lips. So Hilda and I do not condone violence, especially against women. If somebody just needs to snatch her up one good time is all I say.
I'm going to say it. Somebody needs a TKO.
For entertainment purposes only, YouTube.
Because this is the same woman who harassed the boy who survived the school shooting and was walking behind him accosting the young boy.
The whole group, like walking behind them all and just all up in their faces. It's like, I would love to see like about 50 people get around her and do that to her and just all the way up.
They did. And she ran off like a little bitch when they came with the whistle. Remember that? The whistle man. And
oh, yeah.
Ran.
She's scared of a whistle.
Getting up and faces, but she can't stand a whistle. Come on now.
Whistles are horrifying.
Whistle broke up her little rally on the.
Oh gosh! I always say you ain't brave. You want to be brave? Go fight ISIS.
But you know what? At the end of the day, deep down in their bones, all bullies are nothing but a bunch of cowards.
Yes, big time.
So,
because you can't go and do that on Crenshaw and Compton. You can't do that on the east side of Oklahoma City. You can't even do that.
Can't even do that when there's a guy with a whistle, Johnie. Come on. She was running from a whistle, come on.
Her and
I'm afraid of nobody, but I know a couple, 2, 3 African Americans you ain't gonna do that around. I bet.
Hell no.
What was it? The news reporter was asking Matt Gaetz when he was running away from the whistle guy too, like all the way. Like, did you rape?
Are you a pedophile? Are you a pedophile?
pedophile?
Shut up. Matt Gaetz, are you a pedophile? Are you a pedophile? Are you
like, It was awesome. It was awesome. They just need to follow these people around everywhere they go and do that to them. Everywhere.
Oh
it was brilliant. Couldn't find his car. He's looking around like, find me a car to get inside. I gotta
see if you
hide.
can borrow Sean Spicer's bushes. You might can hide in there. He hid from cameras. All y'all scary. Lord Jesus.
So what happens to Marjorie Taylor Gangrene, as Keisha calls her? And J-Lo calls her Marjorie Taylor Gangrene.
So 6 of Pentacles and the World. It looked like she's still there. She may be gerrymandering. There's something about maps here with the World card and the 6 of Pentacles. It may have been redone. It may something of that nature. However, there is also something glaring, messages of some sort here on paper and spoken that is going to come to the forefront. That is going to change some things that you cannot stop with the 4 of Cups. So I don't see her wrapping it up soon, but I see you getting called to the carpet very soon. So on the things you see when you haven't got your gun.
I get homegirl. The fiasco with the capital steps is the least of her worries. There's a project or knowledge about something that happened in government or could be in the courts right now. There is her lying and in trouble. She's in trouble with the law, either with a committee or something to do where there was a big gathering of people. And there's Tower and Snake, government lies, government trouble, and a betrayal to the public here. This could also be the commission. There's a knowledgeable woman here that's in a committee, and then she lied to government. So I don't know if she's going to go under oath or when she's going to be subpoenaed or what's going to happen. Perhaps she lies there, but homegirl's in trouble, and what she did on the Capitol steps is the least of her worries, but piling on to the problem. So
yeah, I get Temperance on the bottom again. I'm like, Spirit guys, come on! I'm tired of we want to temper her. We're running out of patience here. Because she just creates anxiety and she's sneaky and runs around, but she gets investigated. But also, I'm getting like Kevin McCarthy and somebody else that supports this whole thing. Judgment passed on him with the House committee. So she's going to be put in defense mode for working with them, collaborating with them. She's caught. She's trapped. So there's going to be a lot of illumination on her and her role coming up.
I wonder if she's going to get subpoenaed too.
Well, there'll be an action taken against her, and this for me usually means paper, the Ace of Wands, so like a subpoena. Her and Jim Jordan and all of them.
I have a follow-up question this time.
Not Hilda?
No, I have the follow-up question this time. Does she, because we asked this question about Trump a while ago, does she realize the amount of trouble she is in, or is she oblivious to this?
Or is she stupid like Trump?
Yes, she thinks she's untouchable now. She realizes she's gonna do some stunts, so y'all look for that. She's gonna do some stunts. The chariot and the tower, she's going to want to be seen, or going to want some sort of distractions, or whatever the case may be. But yes, justice and the Three of Swords. She does know, or she does at least have an inkling. Or I would say this: she knows she did something wrong because she knew it at the time, and she knew it beforehand, and all that type of stuff. Maybe she didn't think that she would get caught, but now she knows that, oh, they're starting to circle the house. The buzzards are circling. So she at least has a notion that she's in trouble. She may not know the severity just yet.
I get a yes. She realizes she's in trouble, but dang, she's going to dig in her heels and just become even more defiant in a show of loyalty and cause more problems. So
yeah, I get she's got more erratic plans that she's going to do anything to burden, anything to block, but anything to backstab, and she's still the emissary for the king, so she's going to do the bidding of Kevin McCarthy and all the Republicans. But her fortunes are changing, because I get like she's going to get forced out, and on the bottom, I'm like, pack her bags. She's going to have to leave.
Hilda says, Democrats, this is where you need to grab your crotch and turn your head and spit and say, try me. Don't be the weak little party and say, well, if you don't want to come to court, we understand. Maybe, you need to get your hair done, or maybe it was leg day and you can't walk straight, or whatever the case may be. When you say Marjorie Taylor Greene, you are due in front of Congress, mean that thing. And if she don't show up, arrest her punk behind. That's what I say.
Thank you, Astrid. So the committee subpoenaed Bannon, Mark Meadows, Kash Patel, and Dan Scavino, who are already talking about not cooperating and stuff. Are they good? Because they have the ability to put them in jail if they don't cooperate with Congress. Are they going to jail anybody for not cooperating?
It flew out. Mind you, there's a $1,000 fine and up to a year in jail if they wanted to. So let's see. Will anybody be jailed?
Like, do it to one, the rest of them will fall in line and realize.
I'm going to stop right there. That's my big old yes card. Oh, Lord, please let it happen. Please let this be right so I can record it on my TV and watch it on replay every single day.
I wonder if it's Bannon.
Probably.
There is a person they want to make an example out of. Because this one is... Jesus Christian. And yes, I won't go back in time, but man, because I feel a rant under my tongue. But there is a example that needs to be made of a manipulative person. So yes, I think somebody will, should they choose not to cooperate.
Yep. I get they're going to make an example of somebody too to get cooperation from the rest of them to work. So getting a justice, a legal action taken against them, and it's going to hurt. And it sets a legacy for them. It sets that tone of, yes, we do have this power.
Mm-hmm.
Much time we got? I can't get Mitch McConnell off my mind. Trump keeps going after him. He's not talking a lot, but when he does talk, it's like, he's not going to cooperate with anything Biden wants to do.
Of course not.
We kept getting like he was going to have some health issues. Can we take a look at his health? How's his health doing? His upper lip is getting more and more like you never can see his upper teeth. It's like and all wrinkled up.
Because the devil's holding on to his face, pulling it down.
Just want to check in with him.
There is a change to medication because something that you do on a regular has been altered. There's also possible something in the house that may be causing a scratchy throat or something. There might be some sort of allergy or plant or crazy wife, whatever the case may be. There's something in the house that's causing a reaction. There might be a blood pressure problem too, because there's something about headaches that are becoming a little more frequent. So there may be that may be the medication thing. There's a blood pressure problem. Headaches are becoming more frequent. I think your dosage just needs to be changed. There is something wrong, and this is you are going to the doctor for, but there's something wrong with something you have two of, like a kidney, lung, something there's two of. There's something going wrong in one that could be affecting the other. Like the other one has to work too hard to compensate for the other or something like that. There's also something about a probiotic or something you would drink for health. This is also becoming a bit of a strain on your stomach. Whatever it is, you may be doing too much or too often, or something needs to be realigned there too. You may need a smaller dosage of that too. There's also, of course, a back problem, but that's going to come with age, I think. But that's all I get so far.
What you getting, Becca?
I bet his health is overall good. He may have some issues. Well, I did a box spread. I can't pull it up because it's 9 cards. There's a problem from where he is right now in the past, perhaps with blockages in the heart that were causing some problems. But that's behind him. I don't see that currently. I see that he's on perhaps medication that's helping him make improvements in his heart, and medication for his heart as well. But there's also, I don't see surgery. I don't see anything broken. I don't see illness. I see him making recovery because it's man, bouquet, and storks on the last row. But in the past, it's heart, mountain, and cross, and then mountain and tree. So he had issues with like heart blockages in the heart that was causing him issues. But
I'm getting he still does. But I'm also getting something from his childhood is returning here with the judgment card, like something coming back. He's got nerve issues, and they're watching his blood and circulatory system. I get he's got a blood circulatory doctor, but I get he's got blockages still. Running some tests on him. and trying to work with him on that. He's got issues with his lungs, and definitely with his back. I get both my back cards here, issues with the nerves in the back. He's definitely on medication. He's got some anxiety issues. He's not sleeping well, so he's got sleeping issues. And I get, Johnie, when you said something that there's two of, I get prostate. He's got prostate issues, and it's not looking good for him. He's having a rough time, is what I'm getting.
You said heart. I thought maybe ventricles, like his left and right.
Like he needs a stent or something, or he's got a blockage, or he's got cholesterol built up in his heart or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll insert this because they have set it up that way. They have excellent health care.
Yep.
And
For
I'll just
free.
keep that right there.
No co-pays, no nothing. All courtesy of U.S. taxpayers.
We pull our money so that they can get health care. But when we pull our money, we can't get it.
Nope.
Okay, one more question, and then we'll do Becca's funny question to close with. The pipe bomber, is it a male or a female, and will they be caught? The pipe bomber from January 6th.
Once the confusion clears, yes. There's something that it feels a little happenstance, coincidence. Like for instance, there is maybe like a clothing store that has a camera that picked up this person walking by, or whatever the case may be. It's kind of like that marathon, those two marathon bombers in, what was that, New Jersey or something like that? Mm-hmm. Like they were picked up on all these little different cameras and things. But yeah, I get a yes.
What you getting, Becca? Thank you, Estelle. What'd you get, Becca?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was pulling all these cards. I'm sorry. I asked if he was male. I get this. There's something that's on video, perhaps that is posted on social media, that identifies this person. I asked if it was female. I get a no. There's a woman, promise there are betrayals, problems. No. I asked if they would be caught. I get a yes. There's a bit of a delay, and then the dam breaks, and they're able to identify who this person is. There's recognition. There may be payment for recognition, but there's a delay, but then there's payment, recognition here. Yes, they get caught. So we'll see.
Yeah, I get the feeling it's a group of them. Like they work together. But, the one that's on camera, like it just happens to be the only one. But I get they worked with somebody in the government. They had an agreement with somebody in the government, and I don't know if that's a Miss Taylor Green kind of person, purely for entertainment purposes only. She usually comes up as Queen of Cups for me. But like, there's a whole bunch of money involved too. I do get yes, and I do feel like it's a male. But I feel like they've worked with somebody in the government. They're going to get asked a lot of questions in an investigation. So Becca, tell us about the little hamster.
Well, a funny question for tonight. There's a little hamster, and his name is Mr. Gox. He's a little hamster in Germany. And Mr. Gox is currently trading cryptocurrency. If you want to go watch him, just go to YouTube and type in Mr. Gox, Goxx, trading. And you can watch how Mr. Gox, a hamster, is trading stock. So is Mr. Gox going to become a millionaire?
Thank you, Selfish Wings, because he's breaking records of people that like know how to do investments, and he's got like a tunnel for trade, a tunnel, sell, a tunnel for buy. It's really kind of funny to watch.
He's pretty cute, a little hamster that's trading.
So is he gonna, Mr. Gux, a little hamster, is he going to be a millionaire?
There's a 26. He's outperforming the S&P 500, and his return on investment so far is 26%. So it's like.
So if nothing else, try to follow what he's buying.
So will Mr. Gox become a millionaire?
I get no, but I'm rooting for you still. And so is Hilda. Hilda is too, even though she doesn't like rodents because they chew her clothes. But he's going to make some mistake. There's going to be some small mistake that turns things in a different direction. But I get the money sort of remains small. But again, cards don't know everything. I'm rooting for you.
Go, Mr. Gox, go.
Painful transition, but we'll see.
That it's going to be a very long time before we see the results, but they'll be successful. So I don't know what the lifespan is of a hamster. I don't know.
I think it's about 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
We have to look at this with a different perspective. Like, what's a millionaire to a hamster? Like, yeah, do they even know? Yeah, he's buying and selling, with a little bit of chaos and a little bit of a frenzy and stuff. So he loses some, he gains some. He's like a little bit all over the place. But he's got friends that help him, and I get he's moving forward more than he's losing. But he's in a cage, so his owner. Yes. He's stuck in a cage. He's like, he could retire. He doesn't have to trade anymore if he wants to, but his owner might possibly.
I forgot how much his owner invested. It wasn't a huge amount, but he's increased it 26%, So I think I want to say he invested like 100 and something, and now he's at 500 and something, almost $600.
He's got a ways to go.
Mr. Gox has a ways to go. Well, we're rooting for you, buddy.
Thank you, everybody, for the super chats, and thank you, moderators, for taking care of our room. Next week, we're on Becca's channel, and Lena's going to be back with us, right?
Yeah.
Lena Rodriguez will be back with us. I will be live tomorrow at 10 with Jody Roberts, and Becca's going to try and go live. Johnie, you got any plans this week?
No. October 1st through, not 1st. Oh, no, 1st. October 1st, I will be live with Red Lentil Healing and Lauren Margulies for our Zodiac readings we do for the month.
Those
and
are always
after
good.
That, I will be away until like the 23rd or 4th. But I will still be here for the Sunday thing, but I won't be doing anything until then.
During the week.
Yeah.
And if you missed it, check out Johnie did a collab with Tony from Shining Hawk. It was really funny, and also did one with Lori from The Way of Positive Change. Thank you, Thelma. That was a lot of fun too. So go catch those on the replay, guys.
I'm trying not to talk so much because I tend to talk too much in people's live streams.
Yeah. Oh, and Autumn from Black and Orange, her 1000th video also.
They wanted to know if Hilda has any closing comments.
No.
No.
We'll read on Hilda next week, maybe. We'll come up with some things to read about Hilda, learn about her past. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next Sunday.
Bye.
Hilda says